Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my late review for the movie Goosebumps. Now this movie is directed by R.L Letterman, who directed movies like Shark Tale. He directed movies like, what was one of the other movies they did? I know it's a very bad movie. Let me think about it. I can't remember, so guess what? Fuck it. Let's talk about Goosebumps, the movie that, honestly, we're here to talk about. This movie stars Jack Black as well. For the most part, he's known as Mr.Shivers throughout the first part of the movie, but then we realize he is really R.L Stine. And this is about a young boy named, I think Zach's his name, so don't quote me on that name, but I'm pretty sure that's his name. And he moves next door to this guy who has a daughter, and he starts falling for the daughter, but then he comes to realize, he is R.L Stine, the writer of the Goosebumps books, and he starts thinking, this guy's a little crazy. He thinks he did something to his daughter, so he goes inside the house and he comes across a bookshelf full of Goosebumps manuscripts. And what happens is he unlocks one to prove that, nothing's gonna happen if they're unlocked. And then the monsters pop out of the books after they are opened. And, the abominable snowman comes out and he's fucking like 10 feet tall, and he's looking at him and jumping around and he's running through walls. It's awesome. It really is awesome. The CGI is not the greatest. I'll just come off and say it. CGI is not the greatest. When it is CGI for the most part, you can tell it is CGI, but it really doesn't get, like, if you ever watched Goosebumps, the original TV series, it's a lot of bad effects in those series, so you're like, oh, that's actually a lot better than those TV shows, so it doesn't really bother me. And, you watch these things, the movie is just so fun and enjoyable to watch. You're really having a great time just watching them. And as you can see behind me, I am a pretty decent big fan of Goosebumps. I did read when I was a kid, and I did watch the TV show back in the 90s and in 2000s. They were on every Halloween. I enjoyed the hell out of them. The main villain in this movie is the ventriloquist dummy named Slappy. He is a hysterical character. They used him in the right way. I loved it. I loved Goosebumps, and I do mean that. I mean it. I loved it. It was fun. I didn't go in there expecting an Oscar contender. I didn't walk in there expecting anything less than what I got. I was expecting, a very fun, can be cheesy, very good throwback to my childhood. And guess what? It was a good throwback to my childhood. I very much enjoyed myself. There was maybe a couple things I was disappointed by the movie, like it didn't show some of the monsters I wanted to see. But I got past that. I was so damn pleased. What I was seeing, I was so pleased with. And I think that's the main thing. I think this is going to be a good throwback to those guys and gals who grew up back in the 90s and had that TV show with them and read the books. And this is going to introduce kids to the Goosebumps book series, I hope. And I hope it hooks people on books. I really do. It makes me want to read Night of the Living Dummy right now. It really does. I want to reread what, happened in the book. And Jack Black is over the top. The whole movie's over the top, but Jack Black is over the top as hell in this movie, and it's so much fun to watch him. Yeah, he's not the greatest interpretation of R.L Stine, but he's still doing what he needs to with this character for this movie to be fun for kids. And there's jokes that are going to go over kids' heads and hit the adults, so adults can have fun while watching this movie too. Overall, I even like the nerdy friend of the main leads that he was hanging out with. I can't remember his name. Champ's his name. I like him. I think the best part about this movie though is for me it was Slappy. Every time he was on the screen, he just stole it, and I just personally loved this movie. My rating's gonna be a little bit high, but because that's how I feel when I watch this movie. I felt like this is a good throwback to my childhood, and it's just a fun movie everybody can enjoy and sit down and watch this Halloween season. I'm not hearing great things about Crimson Peak, but I can certainly assure you that if you want to go out with your family and watch a good Halloween movie, go see Goosebumps in theaters. It is not going to be a disappointment. You are going to have fun while watching this movie. There's no doubt that everybody's going to have something to bring out of this movie and enjoy. So I'm going to give Goosebumps, high rating, be ready, an A-.
And it doesn't have to. As long as we get rid of Stine. Sure!
Yes, it's a high rating. I understand that. It's a kid's movie. But for me personally, it just hit me too well. I personally just loved watching it. I sat down and watched it. It's just very, very enjoyable movie. And yeah, that's my thoughts on Goosebumps, guys. I know it's a really high rating. I know it's a movie that you wouldn't expect me to give a high rating to, but I just personally, as a viewer, I'm not going to lie when I tell you that I enjoyed it. That's not cool. As a movie goes, could I have given it a lower rating because it wasn't nothing fan-freaking-tastic? Of course I could have, but this is me personally and how I felt towards the movie. So guys, let me know down below what your thoughts are on Goosebumps. Have you guys seen it? Do you guys want to see it? And if you have not seen it and you want to go see something that's decently kind of fun and funny and kind of spooky for kids, and maybe even yourself. Who knows? But go and see this. You'll be pleasantly surprised. I guarantee that. So guys, let me know down below. Follow me on moviepodcast.com. Follow me on Twitter. Be friends with me on Facebook. And as guys, as always, get goosebumps.